They said the child in the queen's womb was not human. They said the pregnancy began on the altar during prayers. And when the king found out the priest was responsible, the oracle screamed one sentence that froze the entire kingdom. If this child is born, the king will die. No one noticed the silence when Father Gabriel arrived at St. Michael's Catholic Church. Silence followed him, not because he was quiet, but because people forgot how to breathe when they saw him. Tall, young, handsome in a way that made even old women look twice. His voice was calm, smooth, reassuring, like rain after drought. He was transferred suddenly, no explanation. The bishop simply said, God is sending him where he is needed most. But in Oluwa kingdom, God's name had been used before to hide terrible things. The sisters who served in the church were the first to fall, not openly, not shamelessly, but in their eyes, lingering glances, hands that brushed his sleeve a little too long, confessions that lasted too many minutes. Father Gabriel noticed, and he prayed harder, or so he said. Then came the miracles. During deliverance prayers, people fell. Some screamed. Some confessed sins they had never spoken aloud. The church filled. Offerings increased. The king himself took notice. And then the queen came. Queen Amara had been barren for 7 years. In Oluwa kingdom, a king could rule only with a wife, and that wife must bear fruit. The law was older than memory. The king could not marry another woman. The gods forbade it, and whispers had begun. Maybe the queen is cursed. Maybe the throne will reject him. So when Father Gabriel prayed over her and said, "Your womb is not dead, it is sleeping," the queen wept openly. She began bringing gifts, olive oil from Jerusalem, expensive rosaries, envelopes sealed with gold wax. At first, the priest refused. Then he accepted for the church. Then the prayers became private. Late evenings, locked chapel doors, only candles and whispered scriptures. The queen said she felt heat during prayers. She said something moved inside her. She said Father Gabriel's hands burned when they touched her head. He called it deliverance. The pregnancy showed 3 months later. The palace shook. The king did not speak for 2 days because the calendar proved something impossible. The king had not touched his wife for over a year. The oracle was summoned. Drums were beaten at midnight. Blood was poured on ancient stones. The oracle screamed, not spoke, screamed. The seed is holy mouth seed. A vow breaker planted it. 3 paths lie before the king, all soaked in blood. The choices were revealed. If the queen is banished, the priest must be executed. But a king who kills a consecrated man loses divine favor. He will lose the throne. If the priest is spared and the queen banished, the land will reject the king. Famine, madness, revolt. If the queen stays and gives birth, the child will live, but the king will die. The king was trapped. The priest was summoned. Father Gabriel denied nothing. He only said one sentence: "God used me." That was when the bishop collapsed, because the church records revealed something terrifying. Father Gabriel had been transferred 6 times in 10 years, always after miracles, always before scandal. The sisters confessed. Some cried, some shook, some said he told them obedience was sacrifice. The queen went into hiding. The pregnancy advanced unnaturally fast. By the 7th month, her belly moved on its own. The king stopped sleeping. One night,
He dreamed of a child wearing priestly garments, sitting on his throne, smiling with no eyes. On the night of delivery, the sky turned red. The king stood outside the queen's chamber holding a blade. If he killed the priest now, he loses the throne. If he kills the queen, he damns the kingdom. If he does nothing, he dies. At dawn, the queen screamed once, then silence. When the doors were opened, the queen was alive, the child was gone, and Father Gabriel had vanished. On the altar of St. Michael's Church, they found blood shaped like a cross. The king died 3 days later. No wounds, no poison, just gone. The throne remains empty till today, and in Oluwa kingdom, when a new priest arrives, they check his hands, because sometimes deliverance is not salvation. Sometimes it is the beginning of a curse.